Welcome back to another episode of Land Yacht Garage. Today we're going to be working on this 72 LTD 2-door with a Mother Nature installed sunroof. Well, more like a moonroof actually. So you can see, this car has big problems. You think it'll run and drive again? Let's find out. So what we're going to do is drag it out of the soup, put it down in the driveway, just like we did the Mercury the other day, and then we'll dig in and man, I tell you, it's just full of good stuff. We're dragging out of the muck with my new farm truck, that 73 Ford F100 over there. Who gets to sit in that?
I will sit in this luxury vehicle.
You're so lucky.
I will request all of the personal protection equipment that you use every day.
There you go. You're
all
good.
right, I'm in. This thing smells terrible. Oh my God, I don't fit. I thought these things were large vehicles for large people.
Yeah?
But a small person must have been sitting in the driver's seat. Ooh, the windows roll up and down. Nice, though. Do you have a handle over there?
No, there's nothing over here. I'll get the sledge.
What kind of crappy car is this? There's no tilt steering.
Pretty bare bones.
This is a
luxury.
cheap, yeah.
You want to hop in there and just kick? I'll hop in and kick this side.
There we go.
You got it.
All right. I mean, the seat's crooked, but
It'll work.
this is my car now.
You get this one.
Oh my God.
Oh, dude, that thing's really bad.
This thing is terrible. This thing's quiet.
Yeah, I don't know what they were trying to do. They like peeled open the back, the trunk, with like a can opener. Ooh. Sears. It's a brand new tire. Kind of.
Thought you got rid of all of the evidence. I see remnants.
Wait, you see boobs? So, if you weren't aware, this car was completely full of Penthouse and Playboys that were about this kind of shape. I, disposed of them in the fires of hell. All right, goodbye, Playmates and or Penthouse. Nice knowing you. I see that's lingerie, but you just can't quite make it out.
Pretty risque.
It's so risque that they blurred it in a magazine. That's a Ford box with a bent wheel cover in it. Oh, dude, hey, there's stuff up there.
There is. There's a taillight housing.
So when I had my LTD, I literally hauled a dirt bike in the back of it once because these trucks are so big. Dude,
belts.
Belts, taillight lens. What are those? Cables. Oh, no.
Bungees?
Oh, no. That's for the victims.
It would go with the magazines.
Yeah.
God bless, what kind of duct tape is this?
I don't know, but
experienced.
the people it came from said that it had been parked for 18 months.
18 months?
18 months. Well, oh, hey, here's an inspection. No, 2002.
Okay.
18 years, maybe. That's the old Missouri tag, though.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Are we just going for it?
Better to do it out here.
Oh, my God.
Well, hang on. I think if we start here.
Oh. Oh, so it came pre-tarp.
Yeah, I didn't do this. This has been like this for a while. Do it. Holy cow.
So, boys and girls, this is what you do.
Jesus Christ.
Wow, this is single-handedly the worst roof I have ever seen.
Oh my God.
This is bad. This is insane.
Hey, we might.
I'm not even swinging the hammer.
Try it in the middle. That's where the brace is. Let's see if there's
where
any.
the tape went. What do you think?
I think right here is like dome light. Oh, wow. Maybe we shouldn't have done that. Oh my.
I think we just created more work for ourselves. God. I have never seen a roof that bad. Especially for where the rest of the car is okay.
I know it's not
It's
that
just
rusty.
because the vinyl top held the water.
Wow. Oh my God, man.
I've seen some bubbling. but
Oh my God.
I never thought you'd be able to just drop a hammer through the top.
This just made our decision for us. It's a convertible now.
It's a convertible.
You know, just trim it here, a little bit of that. Cut it right down here. Need to sweep it up.
Oh, so you're going full convertible.
Legit?
We're not going conversion.
No, it's a convertible.
Like, okay.
Anyway, before we get under the hood, let's look inside the now completely destroyed interior.
Is this a couch cushion?
Yes, it is. Oh, hey, look at that, dude. There's the convertible top right there. There. Okay. All right. Hang on. What do we do about this? We need a fire. I wasn't going to do this, but this requires extreme cleansing, and the best way to cleanse things is with fire. So we've got our burning rig here. Well, while we dispose of the interior, what do we got for a power plant in this baby? Well, it's a 400 2-barrel, just like the Torino over there. And I think this is the first year for the 400. It's a turd, but it did. I know it spins over, so we can at least work with that. And she's all here, so I don't really see why it wouldn't fire off, but we can try it.
There's not a whole lot of battery box left over there.
No. We got oil. Oh, yeah. Full of oil. We got...
What's it look like? Wow.
Yeah. New carburetor, maybe?
Just clean.
Oh, it is reman.
Yeah.
Look at that, reman carb.
That's a good one.
Motorcraft 2150. We'll probably have to clean the points, of course.
Is what's left of the roof of the car. It is so bad.
Hey, you want a Pepsi? 90s Pepsi? Got lots of money in here. There's money's in this thing. Probably got to be $2-3 in here. The Spoke Marlboro Reds. Oh, there's a brand new one in there.
Do it. It's kind of a tradition now when you find old cigarettes. Is it a little stale?
They have Marlboro miles on the box. So, yeah, that's from the 90s at least.
I remember setting and putting those Marlboro miles together.
Yep. Looks like the bottom of the Titanic. So it's crazy. We want to see if we got any silver in here, maybe? I saw a 1969. Dude, look at all this money. Well, the oldest I got on quarters is 65. 64 and older is silver. 5.95, 505. I got $6. Oh my God. It's like a ship.
This is the reinforcement.
Yeah, he busted this one. He broke that reinforcement in half.
Yeah, we tried to do our homework here and find the strongest point, and it didn't really matter.
There wasn't one. It's a pretty good taillight lens. So do we just cut it off now, or do we wait a minute?
I say cut it off now.
I'd say cut it off and then drive it to wherever you're going to drive it to and dump it off in the weeds.
Yeah, scrap truck right there.
We're going to put the roof in the back of the truck. Well, whatever's left of
That's
the
going to
roof.
count as scrap.
Is the glass going to pop out easy?
Try to pop my glass out.
That's kind of working. It's
solid.
actually still glued in.
Duct tape.
Just tape the whole window.
Tape the whole window and then whack. I've done this before. If you tape a whole window and then break it, all the glass sticks to the tape and you can just remove it that way. Let's do that to the whole roof.
Teamwork makes the dream work, right?
I don't think it's going to work.
Finally figured out what that bowling ball's for.
Oh my!
It didn't work.
It didn't even break it.
Fell through the roof though. Take two. Holy crap. Oh.
Well, there goes the ball.
Shit, it still rolls. Alright, try it. Yay!
It shattered all right. But now,
Now you just got to pull out the tape.
The original plan was to modify the car after we got it running and driving, but this is really taking precedent. We got to do this. It's just so bad.
I don't know. I just started pulling.
That's what I did on the other one.
It's still stuck.
Kind of works.
I mean, it is way less of a mess.
That worked pretty good.
And so it begins.
There's a lot less of that side.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. Drop top. Good God. It looks pretty good as a convertible.
We
Damn it.
significantly improved the looks of this vehicle.
Fits like a glove.
Look at that.
That'll blow right out onto the highway. That's a spoiler.
Oh my God, it's so awesome.
Great.
It looks great.
There's a door. Oh man, it's fine.
That's fantastic.
See, we had to make it look better so we could get motivated to work on it. Let's want to see what happens. We'll throw a battery in it and hit her with some brake clean, see what happens. It has red as positive and red as negative, so you don't get confused. Is it on fire?
Not yet.
Want to hit the key and maybe we got a solenoid? Oh my God.
Sounds good.
All right, let me pop this off. Yeah, just clean the points up, of course. They open?
Yeah. They are corroded.
Pretty bad.
There's-
You get a file or a piece of sandpaper.
Might need a piece of sandpaper. It's on a flat right now.
Way to bump it.
Do it. Oh yeah, that's a lot of corrosion.
Sparky? No Sparky.
Yep.
Oh, there's
yep.
Sparky.
I don't know. I just don't see any spark. Got spark here. We did.
No sparking.
I smell fuel, or I smell the...
I know. Oh shit. Probably pumping that nasty. We should unhook the fuel line.
Probably, if it is pumping anything, it's going to be whatever nastiness was in there.
Let's do that real quick. I forgot about that. Let's just make sure we got voltage at all on the coil. All right. Yeah. Power on the coil. Power on the condenser. We don't have sparks. Nope.
Oh, wait.
Hey. Ooh, it's got sparks.
It got me.
Cody noticed that the condenser wire here was a little loose, so I'm just going to get a pair of needle nose in here and try to snug that up a little bit. It's very loose, like finger tight. That's why I lost spark. All right. Well, that was tough. All right.
Dalton got a face full.
It runs.
It went vroom.
I'm going to pull off the line from the tank to the fuel pump and see if anything comes out. It's got gas in it, that's for sure, and it was trying to do something earlier, so I'm just going to pop that off and maybe we could suck gas through it. If we can get gas to go through it, then we can filter it and see what it looks like. He's going to try to blow into the tank and see if anything will come out this way. It's doing it up here. I can hear something going on. It doesn't sound like it has any fuel. So we'll put the gas gauge in.
It's going to get stuck.
Huh.
There's something in it.
It's black dripping off of that. Try to put a clicky clack on the pump and suck whatever may be in the tank out. And there's probably not much.
Oh, you see fumes coming out.
Yeah, there is.
I can smell it.
You want to do the wrong thing and just dump some gas in it?
In the tank?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See if this starts to come out the front, I guess. What the hell is chemically reacting inside of this tank? That it's smoking. We're hooked up to the factory metal line, so it's clean all the way to the front. So we'll just put a boat tank in the back for now, and see what that does. All right, well, we're back to boat tanks. So we got a clicky clack back here on a drill battery, and then Cody hooked up the mechanical fuel pump up here, and we're hooked up at the carb. We'll see if we get any gas, I guess. We'll know when it starts pumping out the vent. Engage priming lift pump. Oh, we got gas. It's leaking out of the carburetor. And it turns out we can't use this hose for some reason. I don't know why, but plug this vacuum hose real quick. Let me find a bolt for that. Just went ahead and stuck a self-tapper in that vacuum hose. They're good for pretty much everything. I'll go ahead and fix the carburetor right now.
Like it was never parked.
That is a car. Run,
Gotta lift it. Uh-oh. Ran out of gas. AC. Oh, the idler pulling stuck.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it is. Look up that AC valve off.
It's quiet.
Oh, it
Sounds beautiful.
like a dream.
No charging.
Yeah. Woo! He puts out some power.
That thing runs freaking great. I've got an oil change for it. I think it deserves it. Go check tranny fluid next too.
Yeah, does it have oil in it?
It does have oil in it. Problem
Hey.
solved. Oh wow. Ow. Hey.
Is it a little warm?
Weird. Half of that, 2 quarts. For starters, let's try to free up this carb linkage because it seemed a little sticky. There we go.
It feels better, actually.
Yeah, she's got brake fluid in her somehow, and it seems like it has brakes, so we'll top it off. Top off the antifreeze. I'll even put some in the rears just for fun. All right, sir, fire it up.
All right.
See if we got any gears. Alright, hit her slow. Absolutely nothing. A few times maybe.
Rear
You
one.
got him out of the rear, yeah. I think the only thing to do is just drive it and see what happens. I really don't want to touch any of this brake
Yeah.
system. It looks pretty
I
bad.
think once you start touching it, you're going to open a can of worms.
Then I'll have $300 in a car that's worth about $150. I shouldn't have put the air cleaner on it. Or it's out of gas.
Out of gas.
Maybe the boat tank's out of gas.
Maybe.
Wasn't that much in it.
No.
I think our mechanical pump might be a little iffy, but we got the clicky clack running and give her a shot. Pretty good. Use extreme caution with the trunk being, you know, the way it is.
Do you think if I can turn around and pop the tree and come back?
Give it a shot. I'll pull you out of it. It's stuck.
Just keep it moving.
Look at that. First time in, what, 24 years or something like that? 21 years.
Be happy to hear if it does shift though.
Yeah. It's rolling.
Yeah, it was.
He's on the brakes. He just only has front brakes. Probably one front brake. You know what? It might actually be something to do something with.
Oh, I love it.
That's freaking awesome. Damn them brakes a bunch. Well,
We'll go for a ride? I'm sitting in it.
Oh my God, it's quiet as can be.
Yeah.
It's got brakes. Kinda.
It's got something. It's got that one. I mean, it's enough to drive around. Oh, hey, something happened.
Something more, huh?
Something happened.
I heard it clunk.
Yep. Still don't have things, but something happened. My pedal goes down further than it did.
Wow, this is a death sentence. I need to sit down. Door, please don't open door. Oh, the hubcap fell off. I bet it doesn't need this anymore. Yeah, just a little oil. Valve cover. Oh, here. Oh, that problem's solved. Oh, actually, you know what? That might be this power steering line.
That's a high possibility.
That's
just the
low pressure. That's
low
just
pressure.
the cooler, actually.
Yeah.
We can fix that pretty quick. Let's rebuild this master cylinder. Oh, is that doing anything for you?
still feels about the same.
Fine. I have to?
Hey, I did it.
Oh, why don't we clean it first? What? All right. Oh yeah, this brakes suck.
And this is no electric fuel pump, right?
No electric fuel pump at all. Needs that fuel pump.
Oh, it just die? Good thing you ordered the new fuel pump.
I hooked up the fuel pump backwards so it was sucking out of the carburetor.
Is that a bad thing?
I don't think they work that way. Okay. Ow. Sharp. Okay.
Watch your face.
Yeah, they have the fuel pump in stock, actually.
And one wheel peel. It spun that inside one like crazy. I mean, we could open some bleeders up and see what happens.
These are just gonna break off. Yeah. We'll get the stuff fixed tomorrow. It'll be.
I think it'll be worth it. Getting to be able to drive this on the street.
Yeah. No, we'll fix it. It's rightish.
Rightish.
Front brakes.
We'll fix it drivable. There's a dinner to be had.
Yeah. Let's eat dinner and figure this out. That's normal, right?
Well, you put that 20 volter on there, it really kicks up the pressure.
You know, we may have to address this. Although the bumper hitch is actually attached to the frame.
Oh.
So goal here is we got to go pick up a trailer eventually. And this would be great to go pick it up with. So, yeah, I think that's what we'll do.
I don't see anything else that we could use to go get it.
No, there's no other vehicles here.
Right there.
Well, I got the Mercury pulled in the shop, and it's time to make some adjustments. What I want to do here, cut off extra lip of this window channel here. Then I'm going to clean the inside of the car out, but figured first we should dump all the rust stuff, in it, and then vacuum it out. Right? I think the Sawzall is the way to go initially here, and we'll use the death wheel for some cleanup work. Well, hang on. No. You don't get to come off of there. We need you for the finish, We're very concerned about that. There we go. That's what I meant by finishing touches provided by Death Wheel. Now we will gently remove the inner gutter from this. very carefully now. I should wear like gloves, but I got the glasses thing down, so bear with me, I'm learning. It looks a lot better. Now we're gonna have to cover up those razor sharp edges, of course, but this is a little better. And that was protruding out. It was like forehead height. You know, probably not great in a crash. But, I mean, give me a break. Is any of this good in a crash? I don't know. But God, I just can't get over how cool it is. Now that the window frame is completely taken care of and fine, we need to trim up the sail pillar here a little bit. Just to make everything kind of mesh, you know. I want to cut it right above this trim. Very delicate procedure here, you know. It's not for the faint of heart. Yeah, that kind of cleaned that up a little bit straighter of a cut. That side, I was pretty close to the trim already. So what we'll do is we'll put the trim back on. We'll probably end up putting a piece of hose or something over those jagged metal spots. I'm gonna cut that off too. We'll cover up the jagged metal, some hose and some duct tape or whatever. Just make sure it's not razor sharp. Now we gotta pinch this back together. And I think that side too. And I think we can call this good. I'm gonna have to come up with something to cover that up, but let's get this stuck back together for now, and then, well, rest in peace, vacuum cleaner. But by now, I'm sure you've got it figured out what I'm about to do, but I'm gonna go ahead and shoot a self-tapper into this. Fixed. Yuck. Not as many cigarette butts as that Mercury. Let the sucking begin. Well, this thing's about 100% more livable now. Let's see if we can't polish up some of this other stuff in here. Got this bag of rags at Farm and Home for $3. Pretty good deal. Let's see if we can't clean up this dash and stuff. Some convertible top cleaner, you know. I figured it might need something a little more significant than just some Armor All or whatever. You get the irony of using convertible top cleaner on our now convertible car. Huh? That's next level stuff there. I'm kind of partial to these things. I had a real nice one. It's a 4-door, but it's a beautiful car. And I kicked myself for getting rid of it, so maybe that's got something to do with it. So I'm going to wipe this off of this convertible top cleaner stuff, right? The chemical guys make this really good vinyl coating stuff here, and it don't take much. I mean, just a drop on a sponge. And then you just wipe it on, and that old vinyl, it'll just drink this stuff up. Lord almighty, she looks magnificent. The thing about cutting the roof off a car is it airs out really well. And the same old song and dance on this. Seems to be a pretty effective way of going about this. These door panels really aren't in bad shape. I don't know if this is actually gonna, you know, do anything about all the disgusting mold covering all of them. Okay, as I'm talking, it is literally eating it away. So that answers that question. It's a good looking door panel there. It's like buckskin. I don't know how long it'll last out in the elements, but we'll do our best to try to cover it up and stuff. Oh, that looks like $1 million freaking dollars. I dare say we got a show car on our hands. Somebody call SEMA. Interior, it's not bad. Well, it's not good or great or, well, it's not even average. But it's there, and it's cleaner, and it smells better now, so that's good. Pretty sure I have a respiratory infection now, so cool. But we're gonna have to find some seat covers, of course. I'm thinking Mexican blankets. And we need to do this brake. Got to get that fixed. Master cylinder. Change the oil on it and throw a fuel pump on it. Parts will be here in an hour or two. So let's go ahead and get started. And I'm just gonna start by changing the oil in it. Let's see what kind of goo comes out of here. Huh? Comes out there. It's fairly clean, actually. It's not bad. Looks like another Atlas filter. We're going to really treat this baby to some good oil. Harvest King Conventional 1030. Harvest King is the cheapest oil you can buy. I think this 5-quart jug is $17. Then we'll put our STP goo in here that has zinc in it, allegedly. This thing's just getting the royal treatment. The goo! Brake hasn't worked in a long time. Those tires are extremely deadly too. So I'm gonna have to rebuild this caliper. They don't have any. I guess we'll see what we can do. Alright, we gotta get this fuel pump off next. And the bolts are up and like on top and bottom here. It's weird. They're right here. This might be interesting. I don't know. We'll see how this goes. I actually managed to get the little metal line off without breaking it. Maybe that bodes well for the brake lines, huh? No, it doesn't. Well, I got the bolts out of it. Ugh, gasoline everywhere. That's great. Can't pour in it. I thought you did. They were kind enough to put a stud in the bottom of it here to help hold it in place. Top one's a bolt, and man, unless you pull the power steering pump, I don't know how you'd get to it. I was able to fish a stubby wrench up in there. That was about the only way. Just gotta put a little silicone on the fuel pump gasket to hold it in place. I couldn't get the block quite all the way clean, so I'm gonna put a little bit on the block side of it too, which is something I would normally say is a big no-no. I did notice we got a little problem with this brake caliper over here. I bought a rebuild kit for it, and the bleeder is snapped clean off in the thing, and I didn't do it, so it's been that way for a while. I don't know that I'll be able to get that thing out of there. We've got our new fuel pump on, a new oil filter on, everything's hooked up there. And now on to the hard part. See, that brake bleeder is AWOL. That's a problem, guys. The problem here is that I got the passenger brake caliper, but I can't get this one, the driver's side. Now I can if I order it, but you know, I can't get it this weekend, which it would be a little more conducive to video, right? This is a weird looking brake. I don't know why. This is not a typical Ford brake, or at least, I mean, they're not like the ones on the Torino or anything. It's got these weird clip things on them. This is my beef with Fords. It's never that they're like bad quality or anything like that. It's that everything is way over-engineered and complicated for basically no reason. You know, like a GM caliper, it's just 2 bolts and that's it. Or it was the same caliper for like 40 years. And I guess I could try. I mean, let's just get it over with. Will I break the brake line off? Yeah, it's broken. This is going well. So we could, maybe if the mounts are the same, use the passenger brake caliper on this side. We would have to bleed it with it removed from the car, but you know, they look pretty symmetrical. Maybe we could pull that off and just put the right hand caliper over here and just bleed it with it turned up. You know, it's got these weird clips on here and they don't let you get to the damn bolt. Like, how dumb is that? I don't know what they do. Why are there just clips all over this thing? What is the point of that? Please exit the building at any time you're ready. So I got this off. How do you get the freaking brake shoes out of this thing? Or the brake pads out of here? Oh, I see. You just pull these clips back and they bolt on. Well, anyway, we don't got to mess with that. We'll just leave it in there. Will you fit? Yes. I don't see why this wouldn't work. In fact, the bleeder is not quite as high as the piston, but it's pretty close. The line is in the same spot on both of them. I think I'll try to bleed it with it loose, rock it up so that bleeder is on top because air go up, right? Science. I didn't buy new pads because I didn't think I would need them, but I'm probably going to break this trying to get it off. Little spring clips to hold the freaking pad in on 2 studs. I guess this is supposed to come out. Yep. There's 2 spring clips that sit on those studs and lock the pad into the caliper. It could just float in there. It doesn't need that. I guess the benefit to this is that you could load the caliper first, maybe? I don't see why this won't work. Famous last words. Good news is I got that brake line out, so we know what kind of bends we need to make to put a new one in. Bad news is the new master cylinder I have doesn't even resemble that one. The lines are on the wrong side. And every single other master cylinder I find for this car shows it like this and not like whatever that is. I don't know. This is why Fords are hard, because they literally had like 4 different master cylinders for the exact same car. We could make this work by making some new lines, but it's going to be right up against the apron there, so I can't imagine how this was ever the right one for this car. But it shows it for power disc. We're just going to try to run that thing. Maybe with a new caliper, maybe it'll work. We got nothing to lose by trying. Before we can mess with that caliper, we got to have a brake line hooked up to it so we can let the thing bleed, right? And the only reason I was careful to remove the old brake line in one piece, because of this real tight 90 degree it's got here. It's kind of a funny shape, and it's real tight. It's underneath the proportioning valve under the master cylinder. It's tough. Now that I have the old line there, and I have my new roller line here, we'll make a new one. We can make something resembling the original bend here, right? That, maybe. I mean, that's probably about as good as we're going to get with it. I got her set up in my crappy little flaring kit here. It's crooked, as usual, because I can't ever seem to get these things in straight. Yeah, look, see, as soon as I start tightening it down, it wants to do that. It wants to cock sideways. I don't know if it's because it's junk, or what. Well, I completely gave up on that, and went and bought a couple of pre-bent sticks of brake line. My little flaring tool wouldn't work, so I bought a nice one, finally, first time in my life. And now my wallet is on fire, but at least next time we'll be good to go. Man, this is a bitch. Starting to like you less, car. You better watch it. I did manage to get the brake line on here. However, I just noticed the rubber hose that's supplied doesn't have a bracket to bolt it to the frame. And near as I can tell, this bracket doesn't come off of this brake line. It's built in. Actually, this line is way shorter than that one too. This is completely wrong. I swear, I can't win for losing today, because that line uses a banjo bolt. Well, it doesn't matter as long as it puts fluid into the damn thing. So let me see if it's even long enough. I don't think it is. God damn it. It's a good thing I put too long of a metal line on it, because we might get away with it. This is a what you might call a hodgepodge complete total disaster. It's not good. It's going to rub on the ball joint down here, but I think it'll work. So their parts lookup shows the one they gave me that gave me the right one. Does that look like that? No. What is wrong with your parts lookup? It's going to rub through eventually. I don't think there's anything I can do about it right now, so in the meantime we'll just do this. As long as we rotate this up to where the bleeder is the highest thing, right? Like this. Something like that would work. Well, I set up a bottle of fluid here and a hose on that bleeder. So now if I go depress the pedal a few times, it should get some fluid flowing out of here, and it'll just kind of bleed itself. You guys tell me in the comments if anything happens down there, you know, because YouTube likes that sort of thing. I would assume it would start to turn absolutely disgusting at some point here. And then we'll know we hit fluid. This master cylinder is totally wasted. There it is though. It's working! I don't see any errors, so that's a good sign. We'll probably do this until that starts to clean out. I tell you, the pedal feels better already. Maybe we'll get away with this master cylinder for a little while. I'm going to just keep pumping out some of that old fluid, kind of just for the sake of doing it. I guess that's as good as that's going to get. Is it good enough? I don't know. Will it work? Probably not. But we got to give it a shot. Let's try to get this thing reinstalled. See if we got any kind of brakes. And then we're going to have to tie this brake hose up. I don't know what to do about that. It's on there. Sounds great. We're gonna have to leave this hose down quite a ways so that the wheel can move and articulate in all directions. We're just gonna bolt it back up to where the old hose bolted up here. Maybe that'll clamp and hold it against the frame. I was gonna use self-tappers, but you know, I decided to really get fancy this time. I hope you guys don't mind. Maybe this will work. Might be the only thing we do today that works. Secured it down pretty good, actually. And we got enough slack in this to hopefully allow us to turn and do all the stuff that it needs to do. Hit the brakes and pump up that caliper and see if it actually does anything. It's pretty good. Is it doing things? Let me know in the comments. I think it is. Ooh, pedals. Rock hard. It worked. I'll be damned. The fuel pump we put on works and everything. Maybe try to actually drive it? I don't know. I'd love it to drive up to the car wash. let's see if that fuel pump worked. There should be enough in the bowl to fire. Well, conveniently, moments after I filled up the boat tank in the car, my new boat tank arrived. And this baby's a 12-gallon unit. It was only $100. Yeah, I mean, come on, 12 gallons? We could really drive on that. Well, where'd I put the truck key / fuel line remover? I was hoping this would fit up here. Yeah, kind of does. Put it back on this floor that is literally non-existent. Because what could go wrong? You know what, actually, why don't we use the clicky clack to pump all the gas out of that cell into this cell, and then we could just drive to town. Thinking. Might take a while, but that's definitely the least messy way to do it. Well, I guess we're going to go try to drive this thing. I think I just saw rain, actually, so that's great. We're going to go to the car wash in this. But anyway, let's see if it has brakes first, though. You never know. The new fuel tank is installed. It, you know, it's going to fall out of the floor. Well, let's just get started. Kind of. You're not good. I'll take it. Here we go. Yeah, I'll take it. I mean, they work. Kinda. They're not good. At all. Now, the tires are definitely going to blow up, too. Aren't you glad I gave you $2 off coupons for packs of cigarettes so that you could die?
No.
Oh.
I'm not glad I'm friends with you.
Shouldn't be. God, it's cold.
You won't feel the cold whenever you're dead.
This is true. Everything's cold then. Wow, run's good, man. Oh, it's a little shaky. The tires are pretty bad. If only I'd known that. I thought it would be less dusty. I was wrong.
You can smell the brakes.
Yep. Definitely needs a set of tires. Definitely needs brakes. But it is functioning. This is really nice. What a beautiful day. That's all right.
Can I get a ride?
Yeah, hop on in. Don't mind the stains. It's still functioning. But this is probably one of the worst cars I've ever driven. That's saying a lot. Oh, hey, the heat works.
Oh, nice.
Let me damn. Well, I'll take that.
Something. If only you had a roof.
Yeah, there's nothing. Heat rises, you know? That was, am I going the wrong way, officer?
Yes.
Oh. Oopsie.
So get out of the car.
We should roll those up when we wash the car, maybe.
Yeah, probably not a bad idea.
They're kind of gross.
Yeah.
That must have been the north side. The lap of luxury. It's driving better after the burnouts. It like rounded the tires up a little bit, I think.
Probably.
I kind of forgot that the brakes aren't very good. This thing's great, man. Oh, yeah. Hey, that's way better.
Weird. It's like windows.
Still has the back windows, too. Yeah. We'll have so much fun with this in the summertime, though.
Yeah, until we destroy it. Considering the gas tank is literally like a pothole from falling out.
I could do better than that. That was just like, I got to do something, right?
I mean, you didn't even strap it down.
Strap it to what?
There's plenty of holes to choose from.
I did put 1030 in it, and now the oil light is flickering. I changed the oil, and now it doesn't have oil pressure. Just got to fill it up, you know. You know, there's less trunk here than there was just a moment ago.
It's fine. Fixed.
Yeah, this is pretty sketchy, even by my standards. I love it.
They didn't even get to see how the gas tank was sitting when we opened the trunk.
Oh yeah, it was flopped. I like this tank though.
Yeah?
So we made it heavier so it won't flop anymore.
Right.
Yeah, God.
Maybe put that in the front.
Nah.
So you don't lose it in the front.
What am I doing with my life? To the car wash. Hooray. I think it's the muffler. Oh, it's the exhaust. It's the exhaust. It's just rattling. It's probably going to fall off like the Mercury's did. It's also out of power steering fluid. That's good. They could have taken it through the automatic. I mean, that would have been really... No? You sure?
I got shit to do later.
Oh, come on. You could get a bath first.
What?
And a wax.
I might need that.
Turning. She does not understand. We got our protection on. So that way we stay dry-ish. You know, there is a lot less car to wash here now. True, for some reason.
Not that there was anything there to watch before.
Well,
I mean,
very, very true. Hey, shut up!
shut up!
Yeah, well, we made it to my parents' house. Got to pick up the spare tire, you know. We can't put it where the trunk was, so... that looks pretty good to me. It's doing all right, I guess. Everything's relative, you know. Let's see if it'll start. Come on. Hey, that's enough of that, but... Okay, we're heading back home. That's 50. God, what the hell, steering? Ugh.
Like you don't have power steering anymore.
I have it sometimes, and then sometimes I don't.
You have it when you don't need it.
I do have it when I don't need it. I can't complain. It did do everything we needed it to.
True.
I mean, I think a little bit more work, and it might be a decent car when it's warmer. Not right now, though. Home sweet home. Cars, van.
He's gone insane.
Parts. Cars. Truck.
Literally just everywhere.
Just haphazardly everywhere.
Well, wait, hold on, let's...
Oh yeah, there's cars back there.
Cars. Literally everywhere.
I have a problem.
You are a problem.
I know, I'm a hazard to society. That's going to do it for this episode of Pole Barn Garage. Will this 72 LTD, now convertible, run and drive? Yes, it will. I think it's too good to waste in a car chase against the Mercury. I think I want to keep it around, at least for the summer, just have some fun with it. I'll be looking into getting all the right brakes and all that stuff, and you know what, maybe a cheap paint job, you know, something quick and scratch and shoot kind of deal. Might be kind of fun to do. So for now, I'm going to cover this thing up with a tarp and apparently leave it sitting in my yard where my neighbors unfortunately cannot see it. We'll see you guys next time. Make sure you're hitting like and subscribe, and make sure you're commenting down there. You know, YouTube likes that stuff, so comment away as much, whatever's on your mind. I don't care what it's about, just comment, you know. We'll see you.